Have you ever wondered why some people, even without practicing specific techniques, seem to manifest what they want naturally, and others who follow all the steps still feel stuck? The difference is almost always in the level of vibrational coherence. A person might be at peace with what they desire, feel comfortable with the idea of receiving, live without anxiety or urgency, and that creates a stable field. But someone who desires with tension, pressure, fear of failure, even if they're trying hard, radiates instability. So this isn't about worthiness or luck, it's about frequency. The quantum field works like a mirror, but it reflects the dominant vibration, not just intentions. That's why it seems indifferent to effort, because it is. It doesn't judge what you want as good or bad. It just responds to what is present, and what's usually present is what you feel most, not what you wish most. When this becomes clear, your direction changes. Instead of trying to convince the field that you're ready, you start honestly observing whether you're really vibrating as someone who's already living that reality. Not in theory, but in your body, in your emotional tone, in your baseline state. Mental effort without emotional coherence doesn't collapse reality. What turns possibilities into events is a stabilized inner state. It's when everything inside you is aligned enough to send out a clear, consistent, stable signal, without noise, without contradiction, without resistance. As long as there's misalignment between what you want and what you vibrate, the field will keep responding to what's most active, the real frequency, not the ideal intention. Most of what you manifest in your life doesn't come from the decisions you make with your conscious mind. It comes from what your body has learned to consider normal, what it recognizes as safe. And that often runs opposite to what you want. The mind says it wants abundance, love, expansion. But the body still sends signals based on old states: scarcity, alert, rejection, distrust. The body reacts not to what you want, but to what it knows. And what's familiar, even if uncomfortable, is interpreted biologically as predictable, and therefore safer than the unknown. That's why so many people feel like they're going in circles, because deep down, they're not living from what they want. They're living from what the body has learned to repeat. Have you noticed how certain emotions show up almost automatically in specific situations, like a reflex you can't control? That happens because the nervous system is conditioned to react in certain ways. It has learned to associate specific scenarios with old emotional patterns. And when it does, it activates the same vibrational states, like an automatic loop running without your conscious permission. The most delicate part of this dynamic is that it runs silently. You might be visualizing something new, trying to feel different, but if the body is stuck in an old response, like anxiety, insecurity, or self-protection, it will keep broadcasting that vibration as if it's your real state.